on purpose.
Dude. You're so ungrateful. I work all day so I can feed you guys.
You did it on purpose.
No, how did I do it on purpose?
You did it on purpose so I could get mad in front of him.
I have $30.
No. All you want to do is to show my friends that I get mad. And you're doing it on purpose.
Dude, I have $30 in my bank account.
I don't care. I don't care.
Make $840 a week. Okay? If you guys are taking $1,100 from me, how is anybody looking for support with me? Situation. It just makes zero sense to me how somebody can sit at home and do nothing, do absolutely nothing, dress my kids like slobs, make them. It's horrible, man.
Right, Mr. Grace.
To cuff you. You want me to cuff you? You want a nigga to cuff you? All this, all that, bro. You move so foul. You move so foul. Like, oh my gosh, you move so foul. Like the day when she slept out my crib and cooked and all that shit. When we did that cooking video, you slept out a nigga crib. A nigga cracked you.
It always happens. This is how it always happens. Rise family. So look, today's Wednesday, okay? We're gonna call this Wisdom Wednesday, and we're gonna go from there. All right. So Jamie, what you got for me today?
All right. So today I got 4 videos for Wisdom Wednesday.
Okay. Let's get into it.
I just asked you for Subway.
Dude, we're broke, and I bought you guys all food.
You got all McChickens, dude?
Yes.
No Big Mac, nothing. Bro, I told you, dude. And I know that you did this to piss me off.
Dude,
in front of my friends.
Up, bro.
You did this in front of
You called me right when I got off of work to buy you and your friends food. I can't
told you
afford
Subway.
I can't afford Subway, bro. So
I
got you some McChickens.
I don't care. I don't care.
Then you go
I asked you.
You go get a job so you can buy.
I asked you to bring Subway
for your friends and for yourself.
I know. You did this on purpose,
dude. You're so ungrateful.
You did
I work all day so I can feed you guys.
You did it on purpose.
No, how did I do it on purpose?
You did it on purpose so I could get mad in front of him.
I have $30.
No. All you want to do is to show my friends that I get mad. And you're doing it on purpose.
Dude, I have $30 in my bank account.
I don't care. I don't care. I just asked you for Subway.
All right, so first of all, this is the problem with these modern women, okay? He's been at home all day, probably playing video games with his boys, chilling, and all he wanted her to do was simply bring him some food. It don't matter if she only got $30 to her name. Do what the man asks you. Mm-hmm. Do you know what I just did?
What did you do?
I just gaslit you.
Oh.
Did you know I was completely wrong in what I was saying?
Of course.
So it's crazy, but we just got to talk about this and what it really is, because a lot of people throw this term around, gaslight. The term gaslighting, family, it comes from I think a movie was made in 1944 called Gaslight, where a man manipulates his wife into believing that she's losing her mind. See, every night he would sneak up into the attic. He would turn the gas light on when he goes into the attic, and she would notice the gas light was flickering, and she would hear noises. She'd ask him about it. He would deny it. He would tell her she was imagining things, making her doubt herself, even though what she saw was real. Now, he would later go on to actually give her a piece of jewelry as well, and then he tells her how precious it is to him and how he wants her to keep it in safekeeping for him. But then he goes right in her purse and steals it out, only to try and convinced her that she lost it. All this is to play on her mental faculty, to break her down so she starts questioning her own reality, her own ability to remember. This is why it's called Gaslight. And the movie's called Gaslight because it's referring to the gaslight. And so later the term was coined from the movie Gaslight. So people like to throw this term around. They don't know what it means. But I'm going to break this down for you, share a little wisdom with you. Here's how you know when someone's gaslighting you. They make you question your own reality. Okay, notice how he says, you came back, you did this on purpose. You knew what you was doing. You just wanted my friends to see me get mad at you. Where did you get all this from? She just told you I only have $30 to my name. She don't have the bread. So she's saying, if you want to have me get you and your friends food, y'all gonna have to work, because I don't have it. And I'm going to work, working all day, and you want me to spend my money on your food. Am I going to work just to fund your eating? Why didn't the friends chip in? None of this is being addressed. So they're going to make you feel like you're the problem. Number 2, they'll rewrite the situation and make you feel guilty, to make you feel guilty. You love messing with me. You love trying to get under my skin. When really it's him doing all the messing, right? And they avoid accountability by flipping it on you. You knew what you were doing. You knew you was gonna try to make me be mad, be mad in front of my friends and make it seem like they don't have an anger issue. It's you doing all of this, right? It's really wild. As you can see in her face, she's genuinely confused. She didn't do anything wrong, but he's so loud and aggressive, so sure of his own twisted narrative, that he's the one that's feeling something. You see what I'm saying? That he's the one got the issue. So if you can see that, the whole point of gaslighting is not just to lie, but to make you question your own reality, your own self, and make you stop trusting your own judgment. So gaslight isn't just in movies. It's every day, happens all around you every day in real relationships. And this is just one example. So fellas, if you feel like everyone is always trying to get under your skin, maybe the issue isn't them. Could be you. Ladies, same way. If you're constantly being blamed for things that you never meant to do, it's time to wake up. A real man corrects misunderstandings. He doesn't go create chaos just to feed his own ego. You understand? So the main objective to it is, instead of trying to figure out if someone is gaslighting you, instead, just determine that you do not like how you're being treated and move around. Move accordingly, okay? What video we got next?
All right, here we go.
Should get that volume.
Take $840 a week. Okay, if you guys are taking $1,100 from me, how is anybody looking for support with me? Like, if I can't, I'm not going to be able to support my kids if I can't support myself. And Your Honor, I was making the same amount that I was making 4 years ago. So I don't understand how it's up more when I'm making less, because I was working. That's all overtime. Everything it was all overtime, and I'm working none.
And this calculation is based on your current employment, not your former employment. It's based on your current income.
I was making more at my former employment. You see what I'm saying? I was making more.
Your Honor, calculation. Mr. Brad, can you explain?
At the request of the court, if I put mom in at minimum wage and $800 a month in child care, which is probably a low estimate, the support goes up to $1,504. Just so you're aware.
Who's the daycare for?
For the children.
They go to school.
Mom's got to work. Somebody's got to watch the children.
They go to school and she has a husband.
Okay. Well, but then they need latchkey after school in the summertime.
There's two parents in the household.
Yeah.
So I mean, they're 11 and 7.
Yeah, it might be well worth it to invest in an attorney. Just have an attorney consult for this limited issue of child support. Have him run the figures. If he knows the Michigan child support guidelines, Mr. Grace.
Well, why would
it rely upon the firm
telling me
court,
this is
Mr.
what you guys ran, and it's 1103? Why would it change if I get a lawyer? That's just more money that I have to spend in the broker I get.
Because you can confirm with the lawyer that this is a very good recommendation. That's what you can confirm.
I already know what's I already know. I either go with 1103 or I get screwed at the 1500. So I'm in a win-lose situation. It just makes zero sense to me how somebody can sit at home and do nothing, do absolutely nothing, dress my kids like slobs, make them. It's horrible, man.
Right, Mr. Grace. Come home and tell Mr. Me, Grace. So okay, Mr.
Make $840 a week.
Wow. Let me point out that right there is a byproduct of monogamy. They've had a relationship. They made 2 kids. They're now 11 and 7. And now they broke up and they still have to work together. And this is what the cooperation looks like. Mm-hmm. So let me say this really quickly. I don't know how he ended up in this situation. What I'm seeing is a lot of inaccountability, okay? The last video, the man is treating the woman like crap. She should just leave the bum alone. And she's not being accountable to that. She's trying to reason with him on why he should treat her better. Another situation here. He chose this woman. He gave her 2 children, okay? And now because the relationship didn't work, he's trying to negotiate how they should do things inside the home. And he has a point, right? They are 11 and 7. He probably would have the older one look out for the younger one, cut out on the daycare, and run his home a little differently. However, they got the child in daycare. He pointed out that the mother didn't even work it by the end of the video. And so why is he having to fork out this money? But outside of that, because that's how relationships look when they fail. You don't have a say-so anymore. You got to cooperate with it. And taking care of the child don't just look like taking care of the child. It looks like all the things that come with it, daycare and all these expenses that's coming out of this man's pocket, even though you're not with her anymore. So you don't get access to your child. Now you're seeing her once every 2 weeks on the weekends, and now you got to spend out, looks like about half of his income.
Right.
Let me crack the code for you guys. Child support is not based on what a child needs. It's based on what a man makes. It's not about that, and that's not support. Frankly, that's extortion. Because if it were really about the well-being of the child, we'd have a set number, a universal standard. We all know how much it takes to take care of, how much it costs to take care of a child on average. So why are men paying more just because they earn more? So they say we live in a patriarchy, right? A world where men supposedly have all this power. But tell me, what kind of patriarchy allows for a man's finances to be drained simply because he worked harder 1 year than the last year or makes more, right? So what kind of male-dominated system allows a man to be legally forced to fund a lifestyle instead of just providing for his child? So let's just do some simple math here. The man said he makes around $840 a month. Let's just say roughly, that's around $3,300 a month, right? Okay, so the court is demanding that he pay $1,100 a month up to $1,500 a month. That's damn near half of what this man makes on his entire paycheck. So let's be real. Does it take $1,500 a month, $1,100 a month to raise a child? Or is that extra money going to the mother's lifestyle? And it's irrelevant because all that matters is this man is losing all this money, okay? So it isn't about the child. It's really about control. Marriage gave women access to a man's finances, but that wasn't enough. Now having a child with a man gives them access to a man's wealth. But let's be honest. Why is child support based on income and not necessity?
True.
And I want to break this down. When I say that marriage gave a woman access to a man's wealth, if a company hires a person, an employee, let's just say that this company is a Fortune 500 company. They've been around for hundreds of years, right? They got money in the bank, all this, right?
Okay.
Assets, revenue, all this. The day you start working for them, how much of that do you have access to? Zero.
Right.
You work for them, so you
Yeah.
get paid based on what you do for them, right? What you build with them.
Right.
It starts from the day you get hired, not based on how long they've been in business and how much money they make outside of you, right? So let's just say it's a brand new job. They just started, right? They just hired their first few employees. They don't have all this money in the bank. It still works the same. You're building with them, and you get paid what you bring to the table, right?
Right.
So here's how marriage works. They say it's a business. It's not. No, marrying a woman is giving her ownership, or marrying a person, period, because it's whoever makes more. And that's what shows you with a messed up system. Whoever makes more, when they marry somebody, they're not hiring an employee. They're giving them ownership of their business. So everything you've accumulated your whole life, because you marry this person, they get access to that wealth. How much sense does that make?
All right.
And because most men make more, or at least women won't marry men who make less than them, it's often men in this position. That's crazy to me. Because now you're doomed for making more. So let's just say on a budget, marriage takes a family takes a certain amount to live, right? A certain amount. They say around $120,000 a year to raise a family of 4. So a mother, wife, a husband, wife, 2 children.
Right.
$125K a year. Okay? And this is to survive off of and everything. Okay, but a lot of times a woman will say, that's just one thing. I want a man who makes a whole lot more so I can get all this extra, flying out, doing all these things, right? And that's bad enough, but that's just marriage, that they get access to a man's wealth. And that's a man committing to a woman and saying, I want to marry you. But they've moved the envelope now. Even though that's wrong to do in marriage, you shouldn't have access to someone's wealth because you married them. You don't own their company. You didn't work for the company. None of that. It shouldn't be like that. But now if you have a child with a man, you get access to that same wealth based on how much he makes, not the need of the thing, just like a family. Right. All right, so a woman marries you, or a person marries another person who makes more money. They separate. Now this person's alimony isn't based on what it would take to survive. It's based on what this person made. Why? Right?
It's wild.
Right. So they tell men, work hard, build yourself up, be a provider. But the moment he does, the system finds a way to take that from him, to weaponize that against him. So a man marries a woman. Okay, he's at risk of losing half his wealth. A man has a child. Now he's a financial asset and not a father. Okay, and it's not about whether he's a good dad. It's about whether it's not about whether he's a good dad. It's not about whether he's in his child's life. Even if he's an active father, he still has to pay like he is absent. Why? Because the system isn't designed to support children. It's designed to financially empower the mother and cripple the man. You understand? So let me get this straight. If I make more money, I pay more. If I work harder, I pay more. If I try to improve my life, I pay more. But if she makes more money, does her child support payments, do my child support payment go down because she makes more?
I don't think so. I ain't never heard it. Yeah.
So where in the world why would you punish a person for making more? So it's almost like you're punishing him for his ambition, not the fact that he has a child. So the fact that I have to pay out, look at these celebrities, ball players and everything. Women have a child with these men, have children with these men, and end up getting 10s, 15s, 20s more a month. So is he being punished for his ambition? Or do a child need $15,000 a month to live?
No, it's punishment.
Because if he didn't make that much, he wouldn't have to get that much.
Exactly. Exactly.
Let's go to the next video. That's crazy.
You want me to cuff you. You want a nigga to cuff you, all this, all that. Bro, you move so foul. You move so foul. Like, oh my gosh, you move so foul. Like, the day when she slept at my crib and cooked and all that shit, when we did that cooking video, you slept at a nigga crib, a nigga cracked you. You told your nigga you was collabing with me. Then we wake up in the AM, you like, oh, my nigga, why is Cam mad? He over here mad that I slept at your house. And I told him we was just collabing. Like, he can't come between my collabs and stuff. Like, it's work, like, da-da-da-da. But what are you talking about? I just like, what are you talking about? You saying it like it was just a collab or something. Like, you lying to this nigga saying we collabing, but I'm fucking you. To cuff you.
Again, so much inaccountability here, okay? And this is why I question the character of both parties here. Men do not give a damn if another man is in a relationship. He'll crack his girl and then fuss at her for not being loyal. Both of you wrong.
Exactly.
So okay, she's so unaccountable. She'll lie to the dude she's sleeping with, acting like she was there. She'll rant to him about how her dude don't trust her when she over there doing studio time to the person she's screwing. And he'll be sitting here saying, look how you move. Why would I ever wife you up? Why would I ever cuff you?
Exactly.
You do this man's girl. No one, so you knew she was in a relationship already. So you don't have no value for their relationship at all. But you want another man to have value for yours. So now he'll say, I would never cuff you because of how you move, because he knows men ain't gonna respect your relationship. Because if she loose, somebody gonna crack her just like he did.
Right.
Be mad at yourself. So you might say, okay, it's the way you move, shorty. But why did you attract her to you? Look at how you move. So you could have had her come over just to do studio time and get on because she got a man, right? Value that. Baby, you got something going on. I just want to do business with you. But you over there cracking her. And now she's ranting to you about it. And you caught up in all this nonsense with her, right? And now she the one that fought for being loose. But you loose with her. And this is the thing about when they say we're monogamous. No, we're not. Because if you wanted to cheat right now, dudes out here would cheat with you, knowing that you're with me. We're literally famous. We're everywhere. They wouldn't care. They'd brag.
Right.
Lacey, if y'all wanted to step out, they would do it. Yo, I swear to you, they would. So how is there any monogamy when nobody values your relationship? The people inside of it should value it. Well, you the one with the girl. That's what they'll say. Well, y'all the one got the agreement. Okay, and because as a society, we don't care about none of this. So y'all agreement, right? So I'm not wrong for violating that if you're willing to sleep with me. You still are. Because you're not valuing the sanctity of their relationship. Tell that lady, look, you got a commitment. Handle that, we can talk. But I'm not doing anything with you while you got a man. I got respect for myself. But see, we don't think about that one. Right. That's too far outside of what men should be doing. So in our opinion, in our mindset, it's like, regardless of how low she's presenting herself, we have a right to crack her and then judge her for her moral character. Like, we don't end up in the same bullshit for being loose with our bodies. Both of y'all could have had a baby right here. Both of y'all could have ended up in a situation right here with something or anything. That dude could have came in and cracked your head because he could be immature and have low development. Yo, it's wild. Let's go to the next video.
Doing shit. I'm better than any nigga that you done ever had in your life. Them niggas treated you like trash. Them niggas treated you like trash. Them niggas treated you like trash. You think it's okay for you to be fucking your ex? You think it's okay for me to catch you in October? No, fuck that. You think it's okay for me to catch you on the phone in October? You were talking about me too? The fuck you mean? Come on, man. Come on, bro. That shit one-sided, dog. That one-sided. That one-sided shit. Yeah, I am, Miss Kimber. I am. It's good. I am. I'm gonna go pack my shit now.
Okay, good.
Mm-hmm.
I'll help you.
No, don't touch my shit.
I'll help you.
Don't, see, this is how it always happens. This is how it always happens. I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck. Fuck you. Fuck you, bitch. Fuck you. Dirty ass bitch. Fuck you.
That's okay, broke ass nigga.
Bitch, I got money, bitch. I got money, bitch. I got money, bitch. I got money, bitch. Fuck you mean? I got motherfucking money, nigga. I got motherfucking. You ain't put. Bitch, I built your confidence. You didn't have no confidence. You had no self-esteem, no confidence. No, you gave me the idea to push my. I've been doing shit.
It's another video of inaccountability on both sides. Mm-hmm. So he goes live to record because he wants people to see that something's one-sided. Okay. While he's live, he's just denigrating the woman, right? Just talking shit to her, bashing her. Right. Just leave. Just don't go that far to where you're going where you ain't all this. You could just see how you yelling in the camera. Move, all this extra head movement is coming off as like kind of real sassy, real zesty. All this energy into arguing. And that's why a man should never find himself arguing with a woman, because you can't do nothing to her. Right. With the way she's talking to him, if that was two men, you can close a distance and you can make sure that you demand your respect. But in this regard, all you can do is try to negotiate some type of reason and fairness. And both of them have lost all cool. Mm-hmm. He's degrading her. She's degrading him. I can hear in the background something about him texting other women. Okay, instead of being accountable to that, he brings up on her cheating on him a while back. And so she said that was a year ago, as if it ain't cheating. Right. But it is a year ago. You stayed with this girl. Mm-hmm. So if you're gonna stay with her, be faithful, be loyal. I agree. If the relationship is that y'all shouldn't cheat, if you kept this woman in your life, don't say I'm gonna keep you around, but now I'm gonna lose my standards and start cheating on you. Now she's talking to you about it. You cheating, and you want to bring up the stuff that you supposed to be able to move past and forgave. Mm-hmm. Now you want to make her a horrible person again today for cheating on you a year ago, but you stayed with this lady though. So when you gonna be accountable to talking to these other women outside of her? Right. It's literally unreal. And if you think that that's what she deserves, leave her alone. Mm-hmm. Because if you got mad at it, shouldn't that be below your character? Mm-hmm. She messed around with somebody else, you didn't like that, and now you texting other women, right? And you can see just look at this. The size of the guy. Look at how she's yelling back with him. She has no self-respect. Because if you got respect of yourself, you wouldn't push someone who you know is that much physically stronger than you when they could hurt you. Mm-hmm. Men don't even do this. If you realize somebody's a lot larger than you, you move differently. You watch your words. Mm-hmm. And so the fact that they're in a closed environment and she's just talking to him like I guess she knows he ain't gonna do nothing, but it's still not smart because he's a big guy. Right. So yeah, he acting sassy. He's letting his emotions take the best of him, but he's still a grown ass man who could hurt a grown ass man. And she's just yelling with him. You understand what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And it's just degrade after degrade after degrade. Even at the end of it, this always happens this way. He said it always happens like this. Then you failed countless times because you keep getting moved out of your man frame. You're not stoic at all. You sitting here screaming. I've seen memes of him looking like a
Muppet or something.
A Muppet, yeah. They use all these Sesame Street. So he's online going through it with this woman, and this is why they say it's better to sleep on the damn roof of the house. He wrong for texting wrong, but I'm talking about the arguments and the going at it. Yeah, she should leave him. Mm-hmm. If he's texting like that, why are you sitting here arguing back and forth with him, knowing that can create even more chaos? Mm-hmm. You see what I'm saying? But anyway, like I said, embarrassment to himself because he hits live to show how he's being treated, but a real man would just move away from someone who's treating him that way. You don't need the world to validate you, so that's showing that you don't really have the maturity and the development to even be in a relationship, because before you end it, you need people to know that there's two sides to the story. Yeah, if this woman is not worth your time, leave her alone. And you sound like you should have done that a year ago when she was disrespecting you by literally cheating on you, giving up the box. Like, what do you mean? Mm-hmm. So you forgive her, then you start texting. So you have low discipline now because you can't just tell women, no, you're texting. But now, instead of just deciding, okay, yeah, this ain't working, y'all want to argue and insult each other. You see, this is how it always happens. I don't give a, just screaming and yelling. All right. You know, it's sad. It's sad. No. Again, no accountability on both sides. Both of them need to leave the situation alone. But the arguing back and forth, the screaming and stuff like that, I'd never say the man was physically weak, but he's mentally weak. And even though she is a problem for how she's talking with him, how she's cheated on him in the past, he's a problem because he doesn't have any self-respect either, because he's allowing this person to talk to him that way, bring him out of his like stoic state, and just screaming and yelling in a house where he cannot use that energy on nothing, or you're gonna go to jail. Why enter into that arena? You're not gonna win it as a man.
I agree.
She's gonna disturb your peace. You're gonna be jacked up. And I'm not saying this as if he's innocent. Both of them are going at this being chaotic. But I'm just saying, he grabs the camera to go live. She's not the one that's live. He went live. And so he went live to put her on the spot and literally embarrassed himself, if you ask me. Because I can hear her confront him about cheating, texting. And all he did is bring up old stuff. And I heard her just invalidate that. That was a year ago. Y'all just need to end this. Is there any more? That was crazy.
No, I think that was it.
Wow. All right, so basically what it comes down to, man, is you're going to have people in your life who do mistreat you. You're going to have people in your life who undervalue you, and you're going to want them to understand that. You may try to explain this stuff to them. You may try and convince them that they're doing this. You may even try to get therapy. The main thing you got to do, though, is prioritize your value, how you're treated. If this person isn't treating you the way that you expect to be treated, the way you're telling them you want to be treated, you should consider moving around, because you can't negotiate a person into actually seeing your value and treating you like you want to be treated. You just saw quite a few toxic situations. And they really all happen whenever you refuse to work together. What was the first video, if you don't mind reminding me?
Was the third wheel?
It was the gaslighting, wasn't it?
Yes, the gaslighting.
Okay, yeah. So again, two people talking back and forth with each other. She simply said, "I have $30. All I have is $30." He could have said, "Oh, my bad, baby. Forgive me. You should have told me on the phone. I wouldn't even ask for the food. Right. Hey, fellas, y'all gonna have to chip in." But no, he'd rather argue with her in front of his friends, and his friends should have even said, "Bro, you foul for that." And it just shows that nobody has no accountability nowhere. They'll watch him act like that, knowing ain't no way you don't know this man is wrong for that. Yeah. What was the second video?
Child support.
Again, two people not being able to reason. The father can see so many different ways that the household should be ran, but it ain't his household.
Right.
And that man is in the house, could be trying to make some things work to help the other man out, but he don't care. As long as he ain't got to raise them kids, that's not his.
That's right.
He okay. And so that's why they say it's cheaper to keep it. It's cheaper on your peace and your pocket, man.
That's true.
What was the next one?
Collaborate.
Yeah, no accountability. He invited her over to collab knowing she got a man. He crack her. And then when she complained to him about the man not trusting her, like she can't see why he don't trust her, he argued back with her like, yeah, you I don't like how you move.
Right.
But she was moving like that with you.
Right.
So while you was cracking her, you didn't like how she moved, right?
Yeah, that's true.
And they pulled a moral high ground. Like they could tell you about yourself. Like the person who did the crack with you was like, you a crackhead.
Right.
We did a line each. Yeah. You introduced me to it.
Right.
All right, what was the next one?
Of course, the guy and the lady fussing, him fussing back, she cheated and he was texting. Right.
It's better for him to sleep on the roof of a house.
Right.
Okay? It's actually better for them to just separate. Obviously, they don't have any self-respect for each other, and I can see that ending very bad. That's an old video, so they probably long gone, but that was crazy.
It was.
And that was it, right?
That's it.
All right, we're gonna call that Wisdom Wednesday. I'm gonna try to make it catchy though. You know what I mean?
I like that.
All right, family, stay tuned for more. Make sure y'all go and get my books. Go to Amazon, type in books by Kevin Wesley, get the books, and stay tuned for when I announce the date of my curriculum, my poly class. I ain't even got a good name for it yet, but trust me, it is really dynamic. All right, family, peace to y'all.